God's compassion, an essential subject from Vinipedia. The Lord makes so many promises for the benefit of suffering humanity. Although the Lord is very compassionate upon suffering humanity, human beings are generally not very anxious to serve Him. The relationship is something like that between the Father and the Son. The Father is always anxious for the welfare of the Son, even though the Son forgets or neglects the Father. The word enukampan is significant. The Lord is so compassionate upon the living entities that He comes Himself into this world in order to benefit fallen souls. Srila Prabhupada's books, lectures, conversations and letters offer a comprehensive presentation of this essential subject as seen in the Vinikotes God's Compassion category. An introduction from his books is given below in the following 8 quotes. Quotes from Srila Prabhupada's books. Sometimes disturbances come, but the agonies and anxieties of the devotees are at once mitigated when they think of the Supreme Personality of Godhead in His beautiful form or the smiling face of the Lord. The Lord bestows innumerable favors upon His devotee, and the greatest manifestation of His grace is His smiling face, which is full of compassion for His pure devotees. Srimad Bhagavatam 3.28. 31. Srimati Radharani takes her first bath in the shower of the nectar of compassion, and she takes her second bath in the nectar of youth. Srimati Radharani first smears her body with the paste of Krishna's affection for her. She then takes her bath in the water of mercy. After passing the Paga age, from 5 to 10 years, Srimati Radharani first appears as mercy. Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya LL 8.167. When the Lord, out of His natural compassion, thinks of His devotee, by that process only are all desires of the neophyte devotee fulfilled. The Lord is situated in every living entity's heart, although the living entity may be very insignificant. The Lord knows everything about the living entity, including all his desires. Although we are very insignificant, why should the Lord not know our desires? Srimad Bhagavatam 4.30. 29. There is no need for Him to perform any purificatory ceremonies. Because the Lord is situated within His heart, He takes compassion for the devotee's accidental mistake and corrects him from within. It is also confirmed in Bhagavad Gita in many places that the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, takes a special interest in His devotees and declares emphatically that nothing can cause His devotees to fall down. He is always protecting them. Nectar of Devotion, Chapter 5. The yogis should contemplate with full devotion the compassionate glances frequently cast by the Lord's eyes, for they soothe the most fearful threefold agonies of His devotees. His glances, accompanied by loving smiles, are full of abundant grace. Srimad Bhagavatam 3.28. 31. The personality of Godhead, the all-compassionate controller of both the spiritual and material creations, is unborn, but when there is friction between His peaceful devotees and persons who are in the material modes of nature, He takes birth just like fire, accompanied by the Mahatattva. Srimad Bhagavatam 3.2. 15. Seeing the activities of the world, the Agriya felt compassion and began to ponder how he could act for the people's benefit. This sort of serious interest in the welfare of the public makes one a bona fide Agriya. An Agriya does not exploit his followers. Since the Agriya is a confidential servitor of the Lord, his heart is always full of compassion for humanity in its suffering. Chaitanya Charitamrita, DLL 3.98. Only out of His immense compassion does the personality of Godhead reveal Himself as the spiritual master. Therefore in the dealings of an Agriya there are no activities but those of transcendental loving service to the Lord. He is the Supreme Personality of Servitor Godhead. It is worthwhile to take shelter of such a steady devotee, who is called Raya Vigraha, or the manifestation or form of the Lord of whom one must take shelter. Chaitanya Charitamrita, DLL 1.46.